Oliver, what's up, man? See what you can see. Oops. Oliver, what's up, man? I'm going to give a little bit of time for people to come in and join. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. Okay. This. So here we got Quarterback University. And, the big thing that I wanted to do by creating Quarterback University was just give the ability for quarterbacks to have a resource that I think will really help them out in being able to set themselves up for success and set themselves up in a very, very rhythmic way of understanding what should and can be done from a mechanic perspective. I know there's a lot of guys out there right now that are trying to understand what changes need to be made from that mechanical point of view, right? And are frustrated with exactly how to make that change. And I've been there before in, struggling to figure out what has to be done with the mechanics, and it's something that you are going to constantly end up dealing with. And at the end of the day, the main thing that ends up impacting that comes down to, not being clear on what is the specific thing that needs to be changed. So I work with a lot of quarterbacks, and a lot of times what ends up being the topic of conversation, and I'll even do this as well as a coach and get myself into the position where I'm trying to explain too many different parts of the throw that we need to fix and need to be critiqued, instead of just focusing on that one specific thing that needs to be addressed. And, that would be, to me, the big thing that I'd want to be able to let you guys know, in being able to correct your own mechanics and having advice for being able to correct your mechanics, is really being able to isolate one big problem at a time and be able to fix that big issue. And the big thing that my recommendation would be, in order to actually fix that, would be to make sure that you feel the difference between when you're doing it incorrectly or when you're doing it correctly, right? Whether that is getting the ball back behind your head, whether that's not getting your elbow through correctly, whether that is, not being able to push off the back foot the right way, whatever the case may be, the big focus wants to be on being able to really identify what is the key part of your mechanics that needs to be addressed, and be able to go with that route, go after that with, just pig-headed discipline, as the books would say, and just fix that, right? And then after you fix that, then go to the next thing, go to the next thing, and continue to make improvements that way, and make changes that way. And that ends up being, I think, the most effective way to actually make significant change in your mechanics. All right. Now, with that, we're going to go into the Quarterback University. And big thing that you see when you go into the university here is there's like an introduction, a quick little summary of what it's all about. I give a little bit of a explanation about me. Didn't mean to click that. And then also the outline and the objectives. And, from there, we're going to go into the real meat and potatoes of this. You can see there's 58 lessons altogether. There's going to end up being more. I haven't completed, I think, all of these yet. But anyway, you can see there's going to end up, as time goes. And that's what I want to do for you guys by signing up for this. It is a membership. And so when you actually sign up, it's going to be something that you will consistently get more access to different videos. And I'll just be able to, create a greater overall experience for anybody that is looking to participate. So the next part is going to be the basics, right? So you can see we're starting with the grip. We go into the wrist flick. We have a slow motion spiral where your front step should be, or when you take that first step. Some key warm-up drills, the lower body push off, and that's essentially how you can shift your weight from your back leg onto the front leg. And then the how to throw for kids, just kind of a basic one, and then the elbow slot and the throwing drills. All right, that ends up being a super helpful thing if you're looking to just get started from that quarterback perspective. And then we'll go into arm mechanics, the big part of arm mechanics. And real quick, guys, just make sure that you guys can hear me there on YouTube, just because I turned it all down. So if you guys can hear me, just real quick, just let me know that you can. And then we'll go into the arm mechanics. And the big thing with the arm mechanics is just being able to improve your release. That's the first thing that I love to focus on, is because, I think that's the most important part of really mastering the mechanics of throwing the football. If you don't have your release synced up, that really has a negative impact on your ability to throw the ball and your ability to be great as a quarterback. Good. Thanks, guys, for letting me know about it, if you guys hear me. The next part is going to be, another big thing is fixing your sidearm, right? And I try to order these in some of the main parts of what I see as problems. So you don't want to end up being where you're throwing the ball too sidearm. So we have that drill there. We also have fixing your load, making sure that you're able to load the ball correctly. That, again, huge issue that we see. And if your load isn't correct, then that ends up having a huge impact on your ability to actually deliver the football. The next part is going to be fixing the nose of the football, so making it so that ends up facing straight ahead as fast as you can, or as best as you can. The next is the front arm positioning, mastering the follow through. Those are all, again, big parts of understanding how to make changes within the arm mechanics. And I do think that, all this information that you get from the arm and how to control your arm positioning and what's important, what's not important, I really don't think you're going to be able to find anything out there that will come even close to the amount of data and information that you'll get just from the arm mechanics perspective. Then increasing your throwing power. That's a video that I have on YouTube and I've had for a while. The wrist position, the prehab and rehab exercises for your shoulder, the shoulder stretches. I would say, Dylan, checking out some of those shoulder stretches would be great for you. Sorry, I didn't get back to you about that bicep thing, but I'll also send you over that video to be able to help you out with addressing the shoulder issues that you have there. And then the last video is just something that goes into your the muscles within the throw. It's something I posted kind of recently here. And then and I actually wanted to, let me real quick add this as well. This is going to be something that'll be, I know, unique to Quarterback University, is going to be adding in a video that talks about how to get the ball back behind your head and fixing that. Oh, I put that in the advanced skills, that's why. Okay. So then we're going to go into the lower body mechanics. So the key part of your lower body mechanics is really being able to throw with your hips, right? If you don't know how to throw with the hips, then you're not going to be able to really have a lot of success in, throwing the ball for a long period of time or for long distances. Both things end up being big issues. If you're, too arm dominant, then your shoulder is going to end up, definitely being overused, sore, tired, fatigued, all the above. And then, in order for you to throw the ball far, you really have to be able to master your ability of throwing with a good good distance, good understanding of the key mechanics. Okay. The next part is going to be some of the biomechanics of the lower body. It's a long video, but very, very informative about what are some key things you need to understand. Really zooming in on the foot, understanding that the three keys to the front leg, making sure you understand how to stabilize within that front leg, front foot. Correct the overstriding. Again, pushing off. We have 2 different videos on pushing off. There'll be more videos in pushing off as I continue to work with people and help in understanding. And that's the thing about, again, Quarterback University is going to be something that you'll constantly get more and more understanding of. Leaning over to the side, this would be a great video for you to check out, Oliver. I think it'll provide a lot of great detail and understanding for you. But that's going to be the thing is that, I work with quarterbacks and I constantly am getting questions about different things that we can work on and address and talk about. And from that information, I utilize that for the videos and for Quarterback University. So it'll be something that's constantly updated for that reason. All right. The next thing is throwing on the run. So these are going to be all the advanced skills, right? This is where we'll get the most amount of in-depth improvement. Is that you'll be able to understand things like throwing on the run, how to transition out of your 3 and 5 step drops. That's something that I see as a big problem all the time. There's guys that are able to throw great when we just are in the lab and have all the cameras set up and just throwing that way. And then once we get them with having to implement a 3 and 5 step drop, throwing it to the left, throwing it to the right, there ends up being a lot more issues in the ability to actually throw the ball there. And then we have the drop back rhythm, making sure that you also are able to stay on rhythm with that. The kinematic sequence, I think, is great. The combine throws to expect is great for any of you guys that are getting into your, junior, senior years. Get a good understanding of what's going to end up being at combines that you're going to be going to. How to do play action pass, how to do bubble screen, how to get the nose to turn over on a deep ball. I think that's another great one. Being able to understand, what that ends up entailing. And this was the one I was talking about, fixing the ball, going back behind your head, making sure that you're able to be very, very efficient with that. And then we have a leadership and mindset series too, how to become a starting quarterback, compete, power of confidence, get motivated, message to son, no excuses. Just a lot of great information here. Some things that I've just been able to go over the years that have been able to have a positive impact on quarterbacks and making it so quarterbacks really, love the sport just that much more and are able to, connect just that much better and really see. I made this video just to make it so you guys could really see the value of quarterback mechanics and how it's all laid out. As you progress through, it'll go and, have a little bit of a progression meter there. And I'm also working on adding some quizzes to the whole thing. Let me see if I can add this quiz right here quickly. That will make it so it's a little bit more interactive for you. Find this real quick. Save. And if you guys have any questions as I'm going through this real quick, let's go ahead and leave those down below and we'll be able to answer those as soon as we can. Let's go to products. Okay, just refresh. And so this is what I'm currently working on. Oh yeah, how much does it all cost? Of course, Benjamin, I'll hook you up with that. So this is going to be the basics, just like a quiz. So you just click start and, I just have 2 questions in there right now. I'm just figuring out how to use this whole thing. So you'll be able to have access to the, I answer different quizzes, answer the questions and then work through it from there. And then you have everything set up once you're inside to be able to just go from one video right on through in a very, very effective way. All right. And then the cost of everything here, let me go back. Maybe I'll just add this on here. There's a whole process, obviously, to get all this all set up for you guys. Click here. So how we have it set up right now, and what we've been doing is making it so the cost, you can get a $19 kind of basic package, and this is something I'm just launching here recently. And so there's a $19 package for just unlimited access that's going to be per month, and then there's going to be a $49 option for the people that are looking to get a breakdown. So the big thing is, the difference between the $19 one and this one, the $49 one, is just you get a breakdown once per month. You get to send a video to me. I will break it down for you. It'll be me that's breaking it down, nobody else, to make it so you're able to understand and progress through your throw. I think that's a huge value, since I've been charging $97 for the breakdown, but I really want people to get into the membership. And so once you get going with the $49 option, that'll be something that's stuck for you, so you won't end up having to pay any more or anything like that. If I end up deciding to raise the prices down the road, because people already are kind of like, oh man, that's such a low price for doing the breakdowns, you're going to end up being overbooked, and that might end up happening. But you guys are worth it. The next thing is the $149 one. That one's going to come with two breakdowns, or kind of one-on-one coaching sessions. Oliver, I know that we did one of those recently. It's something that I think a lot of people enjoy, and I enjoy. I like doing the Zoom sessions with you guys, being more one-on-one. And you could use those two sessions as either breakdowns or those one-on-one coaching sessions. But really just be able to answer any questions you might have, go over some film, make it so you have a clear understanding again of what ends up being some of the main things that you can address within your mechanics, and how to be able to do that. Get you some videos, get you anything that you need. And then also with that $149, you also get access to our customized programming. So every day you'll have different exercises that you'll have to be able to work on improving your strength, improving your core, improving your fitness, improving your body, anything that it'll be custom to you. So even if you're looking to improve your speed, we can add speed things in there. We can add jumping. We can add shoulder strength, shoulder development, shoulder power, whatever ends up being the case for you that you want to focus on. We'll have that in the $149 a month package. All of these are canceled any time. And so if you guys go in for a month and you decide, it doesn't work out, you could always cancel. You're not going to be, stuck into any of it. And then also you get a 3-day trial of these two, right? 3-day free trial. So if you don't like it after 3 days, we could always cancel, or you can get the 7-day trial for the $149, just because we have a free week of exercises and drills that you can do. And that's what comes with the 7-day trial. All right. So that's how the pricing kind of breaks up there. This is the whole page. I'll kind of run through it real quick with you there. Just kind of gives you a brief understanding of what that all looks like. If you want to click there, it goes there. So yeah, that's it. And I guess, Benjamin, if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll hang out here for a few seconds and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, Benjamin, got the question here. So